Haytham Faraj in Beirut. He's a retired Marine Corps officer and a lawyer. Haytham, I really appreciate your time on this news hour. Thank you. Let's start with Antony Blinken's visit to Israel, because he has to know that the way things are going now, the continued attacks from Israel in Gaza and on Lebanon, that the likelihood of a ceasefire is incredibly slim. He has put forward this rhetoric to the Israelis, saying that they should capitalize on Sinwar's death for a ceasefire now, but all of that is incredibly unlikely. So what is Blinken's goal here?
Well, I think you have to look at the U.S. objectives in this, and my analysis is after the assassination of Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah and many of the top commanders in Hezbollah, the U.S. saw an opportunity to defang Hezbollah, which is a strategic objective of the United States. Since then, what we've seen is Hezbollah reconstitute its command structure and is causing some pain to Israel. With the elections looming, with the Democratic administration looking to win elections again, they want to achieve some political objective. The problem is this administration possesses no gravitas. They have nothing to sway Israel with. The Israelis are doing what they want to do, and we have an administration with a lame duck president who once was aligned with Israel's objectives of defanging Hezbollah, destroying Hamas. Now that they realize it is unlikely, and with the elections looming, they're looking for some political gain, and I think he's going to be unsuccessful again.
But Haytham, could the U.S. not just say to Israel, well, we'll stop arming you, we'll stop supporting you with weapons, with money, and Israel would have no choice then but to listen to the United States?
Yeah, the U.S. political system when it comes to Israel is schizophrenic, to say the least. I mean, we have an administration that is sending billions. I think yesterday there was an approval of $5.2 billion, while last week this same administration demanded that aid be let into Gaza, no more striking at Beirut. And so again, because of a lack of any gravitas in this administration, because American U.S. policy is so influenced by domestic Zionism in the U.S., we have this sort of bipolar policy approach or schizophrenic approach. On the one hand, they want to stop the war. On the other hand, they continue to feel like they are required to arm and fund Israel's war on Gaza and Lebanon. It doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to us Americans who have experienced it for so long.
But then if you had a different administration, for example, if Donald Trump did win the election, what then would change, if anything at all?
It wouldn't change, and that's what you have to be aware of, that while Democratic and political or Republican administrations might disagree on many things, when it comes to Israel, the influence of the lobbies, the influence of the Zio Americans is so persuasive that it is probably the only political issue where both parties almost always agree. I will say, a Trump who is anti-war may put some pressure on Netanyahu to end the war, but not end it in a way that makes Israel appear the loser. So you might see some additional escalation with the objective of trying to end the war, because Trump wants to be seen as the deal maker. He doesn't want any wars to his name. We can certainly forecast that for Ukraine, for example. I think Trump will probably end the war in Ukraine. When it comes to Israel, I don't think it'll be as a simple analysis as Ukraine.
Yeah, and Donald Trump, we know, hates to see any losers, as he would like to call it. Haytham Faraj, really appreciate your analysis. Live to us there from the Lebanese capital. Thank you.
Thank you.